wearing a generic all black shirt. It has nothing to do with laziness and me not wanting to pick out what design I wanted to wear on my shirt today, or whether it matched the theme of whatever the fuck I was doing throughout the day. I just wanted to wear a generic black shirt out of my free will. A shirt that there's probably 100,000 different versions of. Speaking of something that there's different versions of, characters and Marvel Rivals. Apparently, they have a new Clone Rumble mode that we're gonna watch the trailer to before we get into this spicy, juicy ass Gears of War's news. Cause when it comes to this Gears of War's news, I got some heat on my hands. But real quick, let's check this trailer out, see what they talking about. See what's going on with this Clone Rumble mode. And when is it coming? That's mostly what I want to know.
Double the failure. Double the
This is gonna be real funny.
Watch out, turret's armed.
Oh my god, that looks so toxic. The number one thing I really want to know is, like, in this mode, how is the character that everybody plays as chosen?
Flush the other breakout. Denizens of the deep.
Oh my god, nobody could fucking move. Yo! Team Namor versus Team Spider-Man. Nobody has to shoot, just throw the squid down.
Maximum pulse.
They squid, yeah, I was just about to say, their shield's gonna break. Nobody can touch point. Let's fucking go. Everybody's gonna... What the fuck is this? They got... Yo, what's the name of that shit? They got Smash Tour. These niggas added Smash Tour and Rivals. Y'all not slick. Y'all not slick. I know what this is. I don't know what that notification I got was, though. Ah. Ooh, is this a new skin? How's the BBL? I don't know if I like it. Even as somebody that only plays Black Widow occasionally, depends. If it's like a reasonable 600 for that skin, then sure, but not. Oh, that's the free skin. Oh yeah, then I'm definitely claiming that. That should look hard. That should look hard, but yeah, how's the BBL? How am I supposed to stand at a distance and snipe people going fra fra with inaccurate aim? If I can't be distracted by the BBL, and with this skin, the way that it covers the BBL, I'm gonna be here every shot. I'm gonna be like yo, hack. If you want to get good at Black Widow, buy this skin, equip it, and don't switch it. You will never be distracted by the booty cheeks, and you're always gonna hit every single shot. Every shot available, you're gonna hit it. You're gonna hit it with 100% accuracy. You're not missing a single shot ever for the rest of your career. Now, speaking about shots and careers, this is a shot that if I had to bet my career as a gamer on, I thought would be a 100% a loss on every step of the way. Xbox is fully on the way to trying to Sega themselves. What do I mean? Gears of War. Hold on one second. Yeah. Back to what I was saying though. Something that I would have never guessed in a million years. With 100 shots in the dark, I'd have been busting 100 clip in the dark, going fra fra fra, and I never thought I would hit the post-it that said Gears of War could potentially come to PS5. Hold on. I gotta read this with the sad music, because for normal niggas, this isn't sad, but for Xbox, this is the most depressing thing that ever happened. Sony, they took another piece. They took out another strong soldier in the mother flipping console war. According to a leak. Okay, so check everything said here with a grain of salt. I did not know this was a leak, but the last couple times information, I don't know if it was the exact same person, but the last couple times information of this kind was leaked, it was true. So again, iodine salt, don't take a grain, take the whole bottle. Like you try to shut that bitch in your pants and shoplift it, take this with a lot of grains of salt. We're just reading theoreticals, but Xbox players don't care. I can already see them getting a tripod out. They're propping the tripod out. They putting their phone on it. They going in the garage. They digging around. They digging around. They digging around. Then they realize they just broke into somebody's house because they don't have a garage. They live in an apartment. So they go to a hardware store and they shoplift a sledgehammer. I don't know how the hell you fit a sledgehammer in your pants. They must have went there with some like, they must have sold some MC Hammer pants from they like grandfathers or they folders like closet or something like that. They went there, can't touch this. Sticking that bitch in their pants like people do with that rod in a musket, just over there. Trying to walk out the store with one stiff leg. Hey, what's that metal thing hanging out your pants? Nothing. Yo, why is it a long cylindrical item going down the entire leg of your pants? Nah, I'm just really long, bro. I'm just really long. Walking around like a damn Lego figurine. Then they're coming home with that sledgehammer. And they cocking their arm back. And they're looking at the Xbox with a tear in their eye going, oh! It hurts me to do this! But Phil, I can't tolerate this disrespect on my name! You said it, that Gears of War is coming to PlayStation? Well, actually, technically speaking, it was just a rumor. It was never confirmed. Shut up! The last time I believed that, look what happened. I hate to do this. I've been playing Xbox since Xbox original. Then I played the Xbox 360. Then instead of going to 720, we went to the Xbox One. The quality went down. Instead of trying to make a game console, they tried to make a cable box that could play games on some Subway Surfer ADHD TikTok nonsense years before that type of activity was popular. So they were ahead of the curve in one way, but they undid everything that put them ahead of the curve that ended up in the end making them behind the curve, on top of the fact that they tried to do all that stuff with the Kinect that made people not want to get it initially. Then they dropped the Xbox Series X/S that can't even get some of the hottest games out because the Xbox S is so significantly less powered that games literally can't run on it. But I don't care. Let's take the Xbox on the side. When I saw Forza come over to PlayStation, I didn't say, oh, it's over. I said it's still not Gears of War. But Gears of War! You're crossing the line. You're crossing the line. I swear to God, if I see Halo, if I ever see Halo on the PlayStation, Phil, you better watch out. Phil, I'm gonna be at your door asking you to come outside. But for now, it's time to break up that Xbox. And then like they do the slow motion. Vadoof. Vadoof. And they just take the sledgehammer and they repeatedly batter down their $500 purchase, long-term purchase that was supposed to last about 5 years. That's what the Xbox, you're an expert, are doing right now. But according to this leaker, Extra Ones, Microsoft is reportedly going to reveal a Gears of War collection during the upcoming Xbox showcase in June. While the exact games rumored in the collection are unknown, nigga, it's gonna be Gears of War 1, 2, 3. Nobody gives a fuck about Judgment Day 4 or 5. Nobody cares. It's gonna be 1, 2, 3. And it better be crossplay, pussy. While the exact games in the rumor collection, it's unlikely it's likely it's at least gonna include the blah blah blah. Wait, whoa. The leaker doesn't have any information about a Nintendo Switch 2 port. Can it run it? Gears of War E-Day was reportedly aiming for a 2025 release, but is now apparently slipped into next year. Yeah, because how do I put this without being disrespectful? Because I love Gears of War deeply. I'm not gonna put it as Gears of War as a franchise is dead, but the core team that made the Gears of War that we know and love either went batshit crazy or they're not working there anymore, because I don't know if y'all realize this, but the first Gears of War released in like 2007, 2008, something like that. Let me see. When did Gears show? Oh, 2006. That's even earlier. My brain said 2006, but I was like, nah, that's right when the 360 and all that was coming out. So yeah, the first Gears of War released in 2006. When did the second one release? 2006. That's actually 19 years old. Yeah, 19 years old, because 2025. Because 2006 to 16, that's 10. Then 16 to 26, that's 20 minus 1, because we're in 25. It's a 19-year-old franchise, guys. 19-year-old franchise. Naturally, some of the people who worked on the first few iterations left the damn industry. And the last Gears of War that, in my opinion, was like a undeniable banger was 3. 2011. That's what? 2011 to 2011. Yeah, 2011 to 21. 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 14 years. It's about 14, well, 15 give or take, because you know it takes like a couple years for the game to be developed, but 14 years since the last Gears of War released. 14 years. A lot of people, like I said, either they done got old and retired, they left the industry, they just moved on to different jobs. So a lot of that core team that made the first 3 Gears of War aren't there. And like I said, the few that are capable of going back just fucking went crazy and just started doing their own shit. So the Gears of War franchise, I don't want to say it's dead, but it's going to be real hard to recapture that magic, even though they already did it 3 times. Because like one thing I miss in the gaming industry is if your game was really good, you may get 3-4 entries, but after that, put a bow on it, wrap it up, give it like a 5-6 year break before it gets another entry. Now it's just sequel after sequel after sequel after sequel. We just getting bombarded with sequels, and then a lot of companies are scared to make a new IP because it's not like 10 years ago. Well, all you had to do was put a commercial on TV, put a commercial in a magazine, and you know your game was going to get some good press. The industry is not as small as it used to be, where as long as you made your money back and you were able to make another game, pretty much you were good. Like after the PS3 era where gaming started becoming mainstream to the point to where we had TV shows, cartoons, and stuff like that, and they started showing video game tournaments on ESPN. When we got to that point of gaming history, like the amount of money that a game made became more in the focus. Because before, like I said, it was mostly people who just made it a career because they love making video games so much. They're like, fuck it, I like doing it so much, why don't I just put these bitches out there for money? People are willing to pay for them. It went from that to now they're trying to create a cycle to where they could understand and expect a certain amount of money. That's not very easy when it comes to creative things, because again, it's hard to monetize creativity. Because you may create your magnum opus. Let's say with a musician, right? Your magnum opus could be your first song ever you create. That's rare, but let's just say, for sake of example, let's say throughout your life you make 1,500 songs, but the first song you ever make, you release it, it's the greatest song you made. For the rest of your career, you can't make nothing anywhere near that quality of song. But you keep making music, all that shit is ass. That's what happens with a lot of these studios. They make one thing that's fucking fantastic, then they lay off or fire the whole goddamn team that worked on it, or time passes and they try and make new entries and new renditions, and it ends up fucking sucking because the creative minds that helped and the OG version aren't there anymore. Flop for Flop Studios, that's another example. Microsoft is reportedly having the Gears of War collection fill in the release calendar this year as E-Day isn't ready for launch yet. However, the leaker said that there's a slim chance that it could still make it out the door in 2025. Yeah, because it's just a collection. It's basically them porting ROMs over, because those games like are 360 games. And for those of y'all who don't understand the PlayStation versus 360 era, basically the reason why a lot of first party games, while a lot more third party games came over to Xbox versus PlayStation, is because, insert techno gibberish here, but it was really hard to make games for the PlayStation 3, so a lot of them came to the 360 because it was easy as hell to develop for. Porting those games over to other consoles and platforms, I would imagine, would be like 10 times easier than any other platform. And then on top of that, they've already released the collection twice. 3 times. They released it for 360, if I'm not incorrect. I know they released it for Xbox One for sure. Then again on Xbox Series X/S. It might be 2 versions and they just let the XS version run all the way up. But either way, they basically released these games at least 4 times, 3 times. So these shits are gonna work, and they've ported it over multiple times before. So it's not like they gotta rebuild the game from the ground up. These are just ports. This leaker correctly reported that Horizon 5 was going to be ported. However, the leaker also reported that Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3+4 will be announced at the game showcase and shadow dropped in June, although Activision isn't apparently revealing it today. Fuck you mean? February 25th. When was this written in? Yeah, on March 4th. That's today. What the fuck? Why they said today? Anyway, yeah. It's been rumored, but this ain't several years ago. Several years ago, if you would have said this same thing, not even on no Xbox shit, I would have been like, you're fucking crazy. Right now, I'd be like, you know what? Sounds reasonable. Xbox is trying to Sega themselves. On to the next thing new. Oh shit, I pressed the wrong button. That is a fun concept to think about. That is a truly fun concept to think about. Another fun concept to think about is one of the juggernauts of the 90s and the early 2000s. Just the 64-bit, not 64, the 16 and 32-bit era. A juggernaut is Acclaim. Acclaim is apparently being revived. Now, if you were born after 2000 and you're not like somebody who's into retro gaming, just skip ahead in the video. You're not gonna know none of the games that we're talking about, but Acclaim has a lot of bangers. Let me pull up a list, because like a lot of people who aren't into retro gaming don't understand how fucking dominant they were. Founding success, subsidiaries, games published. Let's read some of the let's read some of the games they published. Rambo, Airwolf, WWF, WrestleMania, Double Dragon 2, Back to the Future, another WWF. Oh, that's just in 1987 through 90. Oh, I thought that was just 90. 91, they dropped the Punisher. Is this a Punisher I'm thinking about, the Capcom one? Yup, the Capcom one. Oh wait, no. It says NES. This might be something different. Nigga, they dropped the Marvel game in 1991. NBA All-Star Challenge, another Double Dragon. They released a lot of wrestling games. So all those wrestling games from that area have a lot to do with Acclaim. Nigga, Bill and Ted. I don't know. I know with my generation, Bill and Ted isn't popular, but for that day and age, Bill and Ted was very popular. So for them to publish a game was fucking crazy. More Double Dragon. They published a fucking Wolverine game. They published some Simpsons games. I didn't even know there was a Beetlejuice game until today. They published it, as well as a Terminator game, more WWF, more NBA. So basically all the basketball games coming out back then, all the Marvel games coming out back then, because Spider-Man versus the King, well, not all, but a good amount. Krusty, that's another, for Krusty the Crown, that's another Simpsons game. Ferrari Grand Prix Challenge. Pretty sure they had to specifically go to Ferrari to get a license for that. That's not cheap. Them niggas had money. More Double Dragon. Another Spider-Man game. Spider-Man license wasn't cheap, even if it was cheap titles. More wrestling, more Simpsons, Alien, Predator. Hey, yo, they was releasing Drake games. 93. Alien, more wrestling games, more wrestling games. They released fucking Mortal Kombat. Yes. Dun, 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 dun. Yes, the real Mortal Kombat. The real Mortal Kombat that got ported to SNES, Game Boy, Game Gear, Sega Master System, Sega Genesis, and Sega CD. That Mortal Kombat, yes. A RoboCop game, the Addams Family, Incredible Crash. I think you're starting to get the point. NBA Jam. That's a classic all-time basketball game. 1 second. Alright, puppy.
Come here. Go. In.
Actual water right there. You about thirsty as hell. Anyway, if you're a fan of basketball games and basketball gaming history, if you like 2K, you got a claim to thank for that, because they released NBA Jam, and NBA Jam preceded NBA 2K by a long while. Mortal Kombat, what else? I'm gonna speed up a little bit. I think y'all pretty much get the point. A lot of pivotal games and stuff like that, they had their hand in. I'm just trying to see if I could see any big banger. Oh yeah, Turok, the Dinosaur Hunter game. Open link in the tab. Yeah, that Turok, the famous Turok, that one. Yeah, the N64 one. That's a claim. Battle Sport sounds familiar. Yeah, I don't recognize it. Yeah, I probably heard of it. Another Fantastic Four, another Marvel game, more Turok. Batman and Robin, Season of Evil. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, so they really, I forgot. Them niggas had money to the point to where they could afford to have a license to release DC games and Marvel games at the same time. They was releasing fucking NFL games in the 90s. See if I can find anything else crazy. Look at this. And pay it. Rewind in a video and see how long I've been scrolling. Oh yeah, Dead or Alive. As in big titty white fools that was hitting volleyballs across the beach based on a fighting game. Dead or Alive? Yeah, that Dead or Alive, the claim. They had something to do with that. They're aware with the publishers of that too. More Turek, Maya and the Bee. What the fuck is that? That's not. I mean, I've clicked the link before. Does not have a Wikipedia page, even though it's labeled as having one. And it's labeled as I clicked it for some reason, even though I never remember clicking that. Oh, Crazy Taxi. That's another game Acclaim had their hands in, that they had something to do with publishing. So that game that at every conversation you have with anybody over the age of 30 of what are the greatest games of all time, one of the games that they're likely to bring up, especially if you're talking about open world games. Yeah, Crazy Taxi, this game, Acclaim has something to do with that. Oh yeah, Burnout and Burnout Paradise. I don't know if they were around for Paradise still. They have something to do with that. Oh yeah, Echo the Dolphin. Well, this is like a re-release, but no, actually, is this the first one? No, that's the first one. 1 second, come here. Sit. Good boy. Echo the Dolphin, the iconic meme for how hard it is game. Echo the Dolphin, yeah. No, Echo the Dolphin had to come out earlier. Either way, nigga, they're part of Echo the Dolphin. They have a Samurai Jack game. Oh, Game Boy. Okay, that makes sense. Probably like a short game. Oh, so they had not only a license for wrestling. So they're a part of a lot of history in wrestling games. They're a part of the history of a lot of Marvel games, part of the history of a lot of DC games. Also, a lot of those early Game Boy Cartoon Network games, Acclaim. Baldur's Gate. So if you like Baldur's Gate 3, you gotta claim the thing for that, because they published a Baldur's Gate game, at least. Carmen San Diego, didn't even know they released that. Carmen San Diego is one of those games where, like, if you like that franchise, you fuck with it, but if not, you've never heard of it. But it's a cool game series, though. That's a bunch of canceled shit. But yeah, just to give you an idea of how impactful Acclaim was. Like I said, if you don't believe me that for people who play retro games or for kids in the 90s and shit like that, that Acclaim was them niggas, look at that list of game. Bring it to like your older brother, your mom, your grandparents, whoever the fuck you know that's a gamer, that's been like gaming before you were alive and gaming during this time period, and bring that list to them and ask them how many of those games they recognize. And you're gonna be surprised, it's a lot of them. The studio is very beloved, but I believe, I forgot what exactly happened, but I think them niggas went broke, so they had to close down their doors, but I don't remember exactly. Acclaim was known in the 90s for game adaptations of familiar franchises. We saw a lot of that, a lot of licensed shit from WWF, now WWE. So if you're one of those weird ass niggas that like playing WWE 2K still, you have them to thank. And The Simpsons to movie tie-ins like Alien 3, Judge Dredd, Batman Forever, to comic book games like Spider-Man and Wolverine and fucking Superman and Batman. It also published the likes of controversial Mortal Kombat, blah, blah, blah. We get that. The newly revived publisher has an advisory board of industry leaders, including, quote, licensing icons, what the fuck? I want to know what they mean by professional athletes. Because, like, if we got a random ass football, you know what? They did publish a lot of sports games back in the days. I wonder, does this mean that they're going to try and get money together to try and buy the NFL license so that they could create their own football game and give Madden a run for their money? The thing about that is, that sounds like a cool idea in theory. That sounds like something that would be cool. But in all reality, what would happen is Madden, who the fuck makes Madden? Oh, EA will go to the NFL and be like, yo, how much are they offering you? They offering you 10 million? How about this? I give you 500 billion for it. Now the NFL is gonna be like 500 million? They was offering me 10. You offering me 50 times that? Yeah, bro. Somebody came to me with a counter offer for an exclusivity deal with 500 million. Unless you could up that, I don't know. Because it's in the best interest of the NFL to only have one NFL game, because then they could over microtransaction the fuck out of that to the point to where it's unplayable without buying the game and basically buying the shit again. And like profit wise, that's better. But if the NFL is getting money from multiple people, the amount of royalties they get from EA is cut way the fuck down, because they'll start making less money because people will start buying the other game and they'll benefit at the end of the day. It's not greedy enough just to benefit and make your money back. This is the NFL we're talking about. Living music legends, all right, that one I can't explain. And seasoned veterans who have defined the intersection of video games and pop culture. Sounds like they're gonna try and drop a shitty BR. That includes two-time Hall of Famer Jeff Jarrett. Who the fuck is that? I've never heard of this nigga a day in my life, bro. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. And I used to watch wrestling when I was a jittery, and my pop showed me wrestling from his day, from his era. Never heard of that nigga. For the more than 3 decades, I've had the privilege to have been a part of both the wrestling and gaming universes, and I'm thrilled to now be a partner in a revival, blah, 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 blah. From my early involvement with the publishers, hit 16-bit WWF titles, to my experience in shaping the TNA, yeah, okay, cool, you've been here for a while. Acclaim was originally founded in '87, publishing a number of NES and Game Boy games. However, sales of his games declined in the early 2000s. Yeah, because that's what it was. They went fucking broke, because not only, like they said, their sales were declining, but their sales, it's coming back to me little by little. Yeah, basically they stopped outputting as much games as they could before because they like their quality control started going all over the place. Like it always was all over the place, but imagine from the maximum quality control is 10 and they have it at 8. So every once in a while, a game that they release is some straight bullshit, right? But a lot of their audience starting off in like the 80s, late 80s and early 90s to I'll stretch it. Their 80s and 90s audience were mostly kids that saw Spider-Man, Batman, Eddie on the box and went, "Oh, I want that, mommy, it has my favorite cartoon, I want that." But then they started watching it and they started going, I mean, it's okay, I guess. Like, I mean, oh wait. As they get older, I should say, they watching it, like they're watching trailers for these games and stuff like that. They're watching gameplay, they're hearing about it and they're like, They buy the game and they're like, Because when you're a kid and you get a game that's 3 hours long and not that hard to play, you're excited to just have something to play that got your favorite character in it. But as you get older, having your favorite character in the game isn't enough to make you buy a game, because now you're buying games with your own money. And even as like a teenager, now people are less inclined to buy a game just because it got SpongeBob on the box. They want to see something a little bit different. So like as the average age of a gamer started going up and like the early 2000s, and more grown niggas was becoming more the driving force of the market. Like, cause like even to this day, there's still games geared and made towards kids and stuff that's made to be specifically family friendly and kid friendly. But as a company, there's more than one audience out there. And if you're trying to hard cater to that audience all day and then switch audiences, it's going to be real difficult. But also, if you stay stuck planted on your feet and you don't move, sometimes that's a good thing. But in their case, it was a terrible fucking decision because they went broke. And like I said, part of it was due to their quality control just going from not that tight to just hot dog in a hallway type situation. Eventually, the company closed in August of 04, closing all of its facilities and terminating all employees at its Austin and New York studios. Still, a number of game franchises first published by Acclaim have made a return in recent years, after they got sold off and pulled apart to different places. I wonder if Acclaim is going to try and get that shit back Infinity Stone style. High speed. And also, another thing I really wonder what they're going to do is how they're going to navigate in this modern gaming market. Because like that video game tie-in whole idea genre of games is fucking dead. Like I don't know when the last time I've seen a new movie tie-in game. I really don't. And there probably is one if I Google it, but the fact that I have to Google it tells you all you need to know. For those of y'all who are a little on the younger side, like my age range, whenever movies came out, there used to be games released besides them. So for example, when Shrek, the Shrek movie came out, that's when Shrek Super Slam was released. Right before E.T. came out, that's when the E.T. game released. That used to be a very common thing. That's back when video games were seen purely as like toys that you just cheap bullshit toys that you just push to kids to get their parents money because they keep begging their mom every time they go to the store and pass the aisle. They pulling on mommy dress, mommy. But as I said, as the average age of a gamer matured, niggas started expecting more quality. They started expecting more effort. Just putting a cartoon character in a game wasn't enough to sell it anymore. That could sell it, but it still also had to be good. Also, information of games and gaming became more mainstream. Because like in the 80s, there weren't too many, if any, gaming magazines versus the early 2000s. By then, Game Informer and all these other stuff, Game Informer, what was it called? Go Nintendo or something like that. Famitsu, and then outlets like IGN started getting on the YouTube, and then G4 had a channel. So when it came to information about video games, it started like just rapidly booming. So if you release some bullshit, people would tell other people, hey, don't buy this game. This game is some bullshit. People even made whole careers. People even invented whole niches on the internet doing this shit. people like angry video game nerd and the such. So, and like, even though I'm not like the biggest fan of angry video game nerd, I don't hate him. I'm just like, he makes it like, I've seen some of his videos that have made me laugh and I've enjoyed it, but I wouldn't particularly call myself a fan. But if that nigga didn't do what he did, I wouldn't be here giving you information and yapping about video games today. So it's like, information about video games is so much more mainstream. All the bullshit they was pumping out that before didn't get called out was getting called out. Extreme G and puzzle game Iggy's Wrecking Balls were added to Nintendo Switch's online N64 catalog last year, which were followed by Turok and Shadow Man. What's more is, as previously reported, a new Shadow Man game is in development. What the fuck is Shadow Man? I've never heard of this game a day in my goddamn life. Let me see.
I am beating every N64 game, and I mean,
I just want to see some gameplay.
Except with the added plot of this game and the whole, as I could now go past it. Didn't really help anything because all the others were still.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that game is. I've never seen that shit. No part of that shit looks familiar. I guess. If the streets want Shadow Man, I guess, but I don't know if the streets want a Shadow Man too. From Blowfish Studios, along with comic publisher Valiant Entertainment. Also, they're probably a comic character that got a video game, which goes back to what I said. Most of their business strategy will slap a character on the cover of a game. If it's shitty, if it's good, we don't give a fuck, just as long as we can ship it. While Saber Interactive is working on a new Turok game, it revealed at last year's Game Awards. Yeah, so for people who are like retro gamers, this is cool to see, because games that you thought there was no fucking way it would get a sequel, because the studio's been out for what, 2004 to 14, that's 10 years. Then the 24, that's 20 years. So for 21 years, this studio has been out of commission. So hey, I hope some old heads get some games they want to see, like Turok and shit. All the niggas that grew up with swatches is going crazy right now. Somebody else that's going crazy is fucking Assassin's Creed fans with the ability to get this Red Bull collab that apparently, according to the title of this article, would just be some nav cosmetics, but it's actually a pair of surprisingly useful gameplay booms for Naui and Yasuke. I don't know what the fuck none of that sentence means, but we're gonna read this article and figure it out. Shit's like 2 paragraphs, so I'm gonna skip the first one. Last year, an apparent leak of the Animus Hub, don't give a fuck. As you'd imagine, the items are emblazoned with the Red Bull. Wait, no, I gotta go back up. Noting that the Animus Hub rewards will be entirely free. Okay, so all you gotta do is play the game to get it. It'll be free for now. If them niggas don't go broke releasing this game and Tencent don't take over, they will be free. Now, I know I added a lot to that sentence, but sometimes everything that gets added to the sentence is silence. It didn't shut. Oh. Man, this damn IO bit pop up scared the fuck out of me. I thought I got banned for no reason on Twitch. I was about to say, nigga, this is not TikTok. What the fuck happened? Anyway, while Ubisoft quickly stepped in to clarify some inaccurate rumors, noting that will be free as long as Tencent doesn't take over, it didn't shut down the idea that these collaborations were happening. So do you want to sneak around in a bright red, silver, shiny silver, crinkling foil blue shirt? Blue robe as Naui, or run around in a fucking tinfoil Red Bull armor and historically accurate Japan? Don't worry, we got you. Like, what the fuck does Frito-Lay's have to do with being a sneaky ninja assassin? I don't get it. Like, is this shit gonna give you a power up where you can fly around the map? Because if so, it's like, bro, that's not very historically accurate. And as the Assassin's Creed fans say, they care 100% about historical accuracy all of the time. That's why they were upset that Yasuke was in this fantasy game. Going back to this, leaving us all to wonder what underwhelming cosmetics might be coming our way. Yo, you know what some other devious shit they could do? They can make it so that all the best stats are on the sponsored item. Let's get back to talking about what I was talking about. I don't remember the exact thought I was on, but I'm gonna read this paragraph and see if it comes back. Last year, an apparent leak of the Animus Hub revealed images of cosmetics and weapons that players will be able to earn. And oh, I think the thought I was saying is, imagine a world where in Assassin's Creed, they start doing it so that the cosmetic items are the items that give you the best upgrades and shit. Like, what if they make it so that the best way to play the game is to have an all advertisement fit? Like, imagine you got on the like Red Bull drip, like you completely dripped out and head to toe and Red Bull gear, and that's how you get the best stats in the game. Remember, y'all, Ubisoft is fucking broke. They are trying to do anything right now to get a dime or a dollar. I would not put them doing some crazy shit like that above them. Imagine. Alright. So walk with me with this one. Ubisoft is broke as hell right now. They trying to do anything for money. They already putting a Red Bull collab skin in the game. Like I said, imagine a world where the best way to play Assassin's Creed is to wear an all Magnum condom fit. You walking around in a shiny gold, what you call it? And like the shit that ninjas wear. Gi, you walking around in a shiny gold condom gi with Magnum written on the back and big black letter. Nah, yo, imagine you playing Assassin's Creed, right? Imagine you playing Assassin's Creed and you go as Naui and you sneak up on somebody and you stab him in the neck, and then she turns around and the front of her helmet says Blue Chew on it. Then her shirt, it says fucking Raid Shadow Legends. Then her pants, because there's a lot of real estate, there's two legs. On one side, there's an ad for Honey, and on the other side, there's an ad for Grammarly. That'd be fucking fire. Oh wait, I just forgot. There's the front of her shirt where her titties is at, and then there's each arm, and then the back of the shirt. Come on, guys. Like I said, Ubisoft is broke. It's not much I will put past them for a fucking dime. Now we're gonna be out here, instead of wearing ninja gear, we're gonna be wearing goddamn NASCAR uniforms. Over here slitting people's throats and bopping niggas over the head, looking like a goddamn esports player. Like, hey guys, hey everybody, I'm not going to play Dota 2. I'm about to hit you in the head till all you can do is go do. And I know that was whack, but you get my point. You get my point. Like, how far are they gonna go with this? Like, how far? Like, what do you mean there's a Red Bull skin in Assassin's Creed? Like, an ad in a game, if it makes sense, is cool. But what the fuck do adrenaline energy drinks that are bad for your health have to do and taste like shit, quite frankly? Because I've had a Red Bull, but when I went to defend the North for the first time, that shit tastes like ass. What the entire flooping fuck does that have to do with being a sneaky assassin or being a historically accurate samurai? Shit getting spooky around here, and it ain't even October or none of the days within it. Here we are with our first look at two Red Bull themed trinkets that seem not bad actually. As you'd imagine, the items got big ass, it gives you wings and makes you cancerous and piss blood all over the side of it. But to be fair, the design has been worked into each trinket really well. It doesn't stick out like a sore thumb. Sure, nigga. They're not just cosmetic accessories either, as each has an actual effect. The first one, the Red Bull Medallion trinket, is just for Naui and grants +3 affliction buildup on enemies above half health. Meanwhile, the Red Bull Wooden Plaque trinket is for Yasuke and restores 2% health on dodge. Okay, bro. To get your hands on the items, you'll have to fill out a short Assassin's Creed Shadows quiz, but I should probably point that your results don't matter in the slightest. While you'd almost certainly have to go out of your way to answer every question incorrectly, it still offers the prize and hits you with a congrats, which looks rather sarcastic if there's a big old 0% on your screen. Regardless, don't worry. Yeah, you know what? Fuck the rest of this article. Let's take the quiz, y'all. Let's take the quiz. Let me give you the Red Bull Assassin's Creed Shadow Guide. Why leap when you can fly? Except all, yes, you can have my soul and my data. Put your knowledge of the order to the test. Blah, 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 blah. Loot that awaits. The trinket. I don't give a fuck. I'm ready to take off, nigga. Where? How do I start? Oh, yeah. Let's test my Assassin's Creed knowledge. Now in Yasuke. I already know that. Easy. Assassin's Creed Shadow marks the blank. This shit has a lot of entries, so I'm gonna pick 16. I don't give a fuck what it is. 14, same shit. Too many. Oh, who is Yasuke charged with protecting? Which one of these names sound familiar? I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna just click Oda. Oh, that sounded like the coolest name. Who gifted Naui her hidden blade? Leonardo. No, that's in Europe. Oh, it had to be her father. Why? Damn. So they just said fuck the fact that the plot already. They said fuck it, bro. Fuck the fact that the game ain't already come out. The plot been leaked, nigga. The plot been leaked. Fuck it, we ball. Just put it out. Just do a test where they have obvious ass answers as to what's going on. Yo, Iga don't give a fika. Where does Yasuke come from? I don't know, Zimbabwe, nigga. Mozambique. He comes from the land of BBC's Africa. Assassin's Creed is shut down. What? Ito. I know that. Oh, Sengoku. Which stealth kill will be newly featured? Oh, that's the prone one. I know that for a fact. I saw that. 50%. Woo! Claim my prize. Woo! Woo! How the fuck I claim my prize? I gotta put it in my email and shit. Cool. We'll do that later, I guess. So yeah. There you go. If you want to look like a NASCAR driver, you can start now by putting Red Bull all over your damn body. I did want to read this one. I don't give a fuck. One thing I just wanted to highlight real quick before we go is look. Why's my shit connecting and disconnecting? What the fuck? Okay, that was random as hell. But I already said a long time ago that Split Fiction looks like it was gonna be a good game. And oh look, even what the hell? Why is it not showing the screen? Okay, I gotta watch it now. But look, even as we're looking at this, on the side, on the Explored for trending, 7 hours ago, gaming, 9.3 thousand posts. Split Fiction top games of 2025 is already trending. I didn't mean to press the game one, but yeah, we are talking about. Oh, look, all you motherfuckers that's stressing yourself out, raising your blood pressure on Marvel Rivals, I don't want to hear it. Nigga, even though I'm not a fan of it, Monster Hunter done came out so far. Shadow's about to come out soon. Goddamn, what's another one? Oh, Split Fiction about to come out soon. Fucking Yakuza came out recently. Space Marines came out last year. You can catch up on that. Astrobot is still getting updates, and that's actually what we I'm not playing Astrobot today. I'm too fucking tired. It's games releasing left and right, left and right, left and right, left and right. There's no fucking excuses, bro. There's no excuses at all. None. Zero excuses. Another game that across the board is getting 10 out of fucking 10s. Inverse, Push Square, Tech Radar, Variety, Daily Mirror, Direct, Checkpoint, Gamers Heroes 9.5, Giga 9.2, Video Cores 9.10. The lowest one here is Game Cult and VGC giving it 8 out of 10. And 8 out of 10 is still great, especially when everybody else is giving 9s and 10s across the goddamn board. The Metacritic is 90. The Open Critic is 91. This shit is getting glowing reviews, raving reviews. And one thing I noticed when it comes to movies and stuff like that is it's rare that a movie that reviews well with like critics reviews poorly with consumers versus the reverse. Like to have a movie review poorly with critics but well with viewers happens all the time. Like Mario, for the example, the Super Mario Bros movie, you know, the one that made $1 billion, that made more than all 3 Sonic movies put together. You could go fact check that, because last time I saw it, that the Space Ghost actor passed away. Nah. Hey, RIP that, bro. RIP that, boy. I still be watching Space Ghost Coast to Coast on fucking Toonami from time to time. Anyway, damn, that's kind of sad. But something I'm kind of happy is that we're seeing Split Fiction getting glowing reviews all over the place, and it's co-op on top of that, and it's co-op glowing reviews across the board, left and right, top and down. There's nothing to play. There's nothing to play. There's nothing to play. Anyway, what the fuck? Why does it keep randomly deactivating it? What the hell? Select something else. Hit OK. 1 second, y'all. I'm trying to alleviate this. Don't trust no bitch. What the fuck? Why is my computer just fucking with me today? And of course, shit starts falling. And of course, it knocks the fucking camera out of place. Because why wouldn't it? So I would have to completely restart OBS. Yeah, no gameplay today. Peace, y'all. That's stream for the day. Fucking an hour and 7 minutes. That's stream for the day. That's stream for the night.